Media influences almost every aspect of life, including education, which is a big part of our lives. Media impacts education in several ways and through multiple forms of media. Surveys indicate that the use of social media increased 21.3% from 2012 to 2013. About 95% of educators agree that the interactive nature of e-learning and other mobile technologies results in a better learning environment for students. That being said, 56% of educators also agree that the same online and mobile technologies can result in more distractions. Media requires learners to create, comment, read, watch, and listen to content in an electrical format which supplements in-class lectures. Also, 78.9% believe that e-learning and mobile technologies have increased teacher and student communication. This picture shows the components of a 21st century classroom. According to this, 91% of teachers have computers in their classrooms. Almost one-third of all college students take at least one online course. 6 in 10 students have used a digital textbook online, and 29% of teachers and 80% of college professors use social media for coursework. Media comes in many forms, all of which contribute to education. The internet, such as e-learning, e-books, and the flipped classroom, where teachers are able to record themselves teaching the lesson and put it on the internet for students to watch, and television, especially children's educational programs, are the most influential forms of media in education. Newspapers and journals, such as Research and Reports, are also influential in education today. The internet is by far the biggest form of media that affects education. 64% of the general population, including non-internet users, say that the internet is a good influence on education. However, highly educated respondents are more likely to say that the internet is a positive influence. The internet has helped to globalize access to education by breaking down traditional geographical limitations and barriers. For students, e-learning has opened opportunities for acquiring education and skills by being able to take courses at their own pace without having to quit their jobs or cancel family obligations. The internet provides instant information, and more information is available online than there is in a single textbook. While the internet has many benefits for education, there are also several negative consequences. The internet can allow information to get out too easily, and that information is not always credible or true. People tend to comprehend, read, and learn more in print text than in digital print. Also, the internet allows for cheating to occur easier and more frequent. Media technology, such as computers or tablets, are more expensive than print books for schools to supply for their students. Television also benefits education, but mainly to the younger audience through shows like Sesame Street. Learning experts agree that too much television and inappropriate content can have negative effects on children, but the right kinds of programs can set the path towards reading. Well-designed programs can teach distinct skills such as letter and sound recognition and can create a love of reading. The more time children spend watching television, the poorer they perform academically. Television viewing tended to have an adverse effect on academic pursuits. Children who watch more television have lower test scores. Also, parents should be encouraged to incorporate well-produced, age-appropriate educational TV into their children's lives. According to the data on the left, 1 in 5 students use mobile devices every day, and of those, 60% use the devices for reading and 14% use a computer. The graph on the right shows that nearly 100% of professionals use social media for news and information, and just over 60% of professionals use social media for educational purposes. Now here's a video from Mark Franco of Snap Language e-learning platform about how media enhances education and also some concerns about education.
A lot of research shows that, depending on how it's used, technology can actually enhance learning. Technology gives us quick access to a large volume of information that was unimaginable not long ago. But new technologies also create new concerns, perhaps because we don't understand its impact yet. Some studies suggest that technology can support teaching and learning. Other studies suggest that young Americans are turning to the internet instead of using their textbooks. That can be alarming to some because, let's be honest, there's a lot of junk on the internet. But then perhaps it's about educating learners on how to be informed users of technology so they know how to evaluate the information.
Here's a brief timeline of several major milestones of media in education. Beginning in 1991, when interactive whiteboards were introduced, similar to today's smartboards. In 1996, the first fully online university was established. In 2000, the flipped classroom began by some teachers. Then in 2005, the iClicker was created, which allowed for instant responses on a mobile device. Also in 2005, textbooks began putting CDs with digital copies of the book inside physical textbooks. In 2007, the Amazon Kindle e-reader was introduced and changed the forms of reading. In 2010, the Apple iPad was introduced and since then has started taking over the market for education. Media has made a huge impact in education, both negatively and positively, and will continue to impact it for many years to come.